Welcome back to Dollar Bin Darts. This is my ode to rhythm roulette with just a couple extra rules. Here's the crash course. I take 3 random records, all from the dollar bin. Here are the records I pulled this time around. Dean Friedman, some 1977 pop rock, Happy Time Records, Teddy Bear's Picnic, which couldn't even find when this was printed. It's so obscure, it's a children's record. And the third one is Eddie Fisher, Games That Lovers Play from 1966. And you're probably thinking to yourself, hey idiot, this is exactly like rhythm roulette. But here's where it gets a bit different. For each record, I have to throw one dart at a dartboard, and where that dart lands determines which sample I have to use from each record. So I have to use all 3 records to make a beat. Now I do choose which record I get to throw the dart for first, but a lot of times I've never heard from the records themselves that I pull. So it's a bit of a guessing game, and even though I'm aiming at drums for one record, I'm not a professional darts thrower by any means, so there is a lot of randomness involved. So as you can see, I have to pull drums from the Dean Friedman album, I have to pull anything from the Eddie Fisher album, and I have to use the Happy Time Records album for the main melodic element. Now that I have my sample assignment for each record, I can go ahead and make the beat, so let's get into it. I'm going to try not to yap through the entire thing here, but I do try to get drums first normally just because it's the backbone of hip-hop and it really determines what the rest of the song sounds like. So right away we have a kick and a snare. I'm going to take that, layer it, and probably use that as the foundation of a drum break. Also found this little snare roll coming up. Can use that as a transition or just to switch up what the drum break sounds like. Alright, we got our drums, so let's move on to the melodic sample. This is a children's record, so not only is it a brutal pull, but it's in dog shit shape. I'm just hoping we can pull some sort of like Hard Knock Life vibes out of this. Not too bad actually, but let's pitch it down a bit. Makes it a little darker, but let's chop it up and see if we can get some phrases out of it. In addition to pitching this down, I did slap a tape face on top, which is like a vintage tape emulator, so give it a little more warmth. And I took this little vocal part and made it into a quick little intro, which you'll see just shortly here.
What is that terrible monster I see? It looks like the Sippity Hop.
Lastly, I chopped up this bingo part into kind of a more chorusy transition. Okay, so we have drums, we have the main melodic sample. Now I can pull kind of anything I want to from Eddie Fisher. So this is a croonery, orchestral kind of album. So it had a bunch of strings on it, which you'll hear here. Now these aren't the exact strings, but I did pull some from it, chop them up. Made them even shorter. Added some phase. And then added some delay as well. This is just going to be used as kind of accents to fill the beat out. And that's it. So put it all together. The rest of the video is going to be the beat itself. If you enjoyed, if you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I really appreciate it.
What is that terrible monster I see? It looks like the Sippity Hop.